It's not a big, dumb dog. That's even worse.
No, that's better. At least dumb dog loves you.
And in theory, let's chase out the mice.
No, you're getting a pass, sir. You're getting a pass.
It's Friday. We love Fridays. It's Friday. It's the day we get to not only learn about civil procedure, but also engage in Schadenfreude, which is the thing we get to do when we talk about sanctions. How many of you love reading about sanctions? Yeah. How many of you feel deeply uncomfortable reading about sanctions because you're thinking that could happen to me? All right. Well, listen. Let me tell you one thing. At first, that is going to make you feel better about your whole life and career. Are you ready? This was making the legal gossip internet rounds yesterday. This thing was actually filed in a real court in Tennessee, where I guess they do things a little differently than we do here. They practice a little in Tennessee. And I would call this fight. This was the motion to dismiss. The answer to the motion to dismiss was fight. If you don't see anything wrong with this, you should see me in office hours. However bad you are, you won't be this bad. That's the good news. You won't do this, will you? You haven't even done this, most of you, in my class. I can't figure that out. Yeah, that's the question. Like, it could be that this poor lawyer's stuff just got copied into a pro se pleading, and now he's going to transfer it. I don't know. I can't tell. Anyway, you'll do better than that. But I mean, do you see that kind of thing get filed even by real lawyers? Yes. Yeah, you do. Yeah. But you won't, because you have this class. And you know what you're doing. So many people wondering in late, that's a secret that you'll never, ever learn. Very important. All right. So where are we on our magical journey through this imaginary lawsuit we've been talking about all semester? Well, we started off by filing a complaint. And maybe in a real case, maybe you wouldn't even file a complaint first. Maybe you send a demand letter first and hope that you just get a magical check out of nowhere without having to litigate it all. That happens a lot. Especially on this class. You file your complaint, you get the complaint served. Then what? If you have something you want to change about the complaint, we talk about Rule 15, we talk about amending the pleadings. Then what? Dispositive motions, the early dispositive motions that the parties can make. Motion to dismiss being the most common one, and then also motion for judgment on appeals. When you get furious to this rule, it's down if you want to, consider yourselves. Okay? Then you have answers. Did the complaint get answered? And if not, can you file for default judgment? And your initial disclosures in the federal system, the stuff that you have to provide to the other side. Okay? Now we're on plaintiff discovery. Discovery license we talked about so far. What are we talking about? We're talking about interrogatories and stuff. What? Request for production documents and request for admissions. Yeah. We're not on plaintiff deposition yet. We'll do that next time. But for today, discovery violations. When you're not getting what you want out of discovery, or the other side is doing something bad, how do you handle it? All right, well, what if, two different ways to think about it. First is, what if you ask for something you didn't get what you want? The other is, what if the other side asks a bad question you don't want to answer? Right? Let's deal with the first question first. What if you ask for something from the other side, didn't get a satisfactory answer? Right? The example I have here, a familiar example should be a familiar example too. The request for production documents says produce all the plaintiff's medical records since 1987. Plaintiff is going to object to that, and what's the basis of the objection? Overly broad, unduly burdensome. Usually the language you use, but I'll take overly burdensome. Why not? Right? Too much stuff. We're not giving you all that stuff. It's too much. It's not relevant. Right? All of those records that you're looking for are not relevant to the act. Not reasonably calculated to, what is it? Lead to. Yeah. There's that magic language in the state. We'll forget about that. You're the defendant. Plaintiff is tendered just that objection, no medical records, and what are you going to do?
Can you write a letter?
Can you write a letter?
Yeah, should I write a letter? Say, like, this is several information, and send something.
I would. Write a letter. Can you just make a phone call? Why do you have to go to the trouble of writing a letter? It's more formal. Is there anything you might use that letter for later?
Oh, for sanctions.
Let's not even get to plan sanctions today. Why do you need that hard copy correspondence? Or give me an email. It happens that way a lot. Why do you need that hard copy correspondence between you and opposing counsel? Yeah. But you can do that over the phone, right? Show it to the court. Show it to the court. Okay? Much better practice. Then what? You send a letter and you get no response. Then what?
Motion for report.
Huh?
So a motion.
If you read the rule, I mean, what's the rule we're looking at this week, guys? I don't remember. God, you don't remember either. 37. When you're not getting what you want, Rule 37 contemplates two different things that you can do. What are they? Nobody knows. We've already talked about it. Emily, what are the two things you can do? First, you read the rule.
Yes, I have. Motion to compel.
Motion to compel. And what else? Sometimes you can move immediately for sanctions. Yes, notice that rule, right? It's split up into two different parts. One part talks about motion to compel. One part, most of the rest of it actually, from being on, is talking about sanctions. Those are two different devices. Normally, most of the time, right? When there's something squirrely with discovery, it's going to go like this. You have your letter to opposing counsel, followed by a motion to compel, followed by a motion for sanctions. Okay? You don't always have to do it in that order. We'll talk about the exceptions, but mostly that's the roadmap that you need to have in your head. In this particular hypothetical that we're dealing with, you write your letter, please give me the stuff. Your objection is nonsense. I am in fact entitled to it. They say no, go pound sand, and you file your motion to compel. Note the difference between the stuff that's going on in 37A and the stuff that's going on in 37B. 37B, where your real meat of sanctions lies, right? All these wonderful things that you can do to torture the other, that the court can do to torture the other side. Okay? This is mostly contemplating that there's an order in place ahead of time. You gotta go to the court, I go to the other side first. Say, give me the stuff I want. Then, if you still don't get it, you go to the court, say, order them to turn it over. Because most of the time, again, all this discovery that's happening between the parties is not going to the court doesn't see it. And they don't want to be involved in it. They don't care. It's annoying, right? Imagine you're the judge and you're presiding over a bajillion different cases, and then you're getting pelted with hundreds and hundreds of pages of discovery at the same time. So they don't want to be involved in your discovery disputes, and that's why it's baked into the rules, that you have to try to work it out before you ever come to court. They don't like it. So before you go to the court looking for sanctions, generally speaking, there's got to be an order in place that says, yes, in fact, the other side has to provide that stuff to you. Big exceptions here. 26A1. What is 26A? It's 26A1. So we already covered it. What happens in 26A? Here again, we can say it louder. Those are your initial disclosures, right? Now, has the court ordered you to turn over the stuff that's required in 26A1? Is that an order of the court for you to turn that stuff over? By the time you get into discovery, the discovery phase of your litigation, has the court ordered you to turn over the stuff that is found in 26A? Who says yes? Who says no? Wow. Only Ryan's got it right. The court has ordered it by that point in time. Why? Why does that happen? Yes?
You have before the 26th conference?
You don't have to have it before the 26th conference. What happens in the 26th conference? 26th conference, the court puts together this document called a, Seth? Yeah, the uniform, remember what I put up for you guys on the blackboard, the uniform case management plan. Does that become an order of the court? It sets out the dates, remember we looked at it. It sets out the dates by which you have to turn over your 26A material to the other side. And then the judge signs it. And after you have your 26th conference, the judge signs it. And if the judge signs it, is that order? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That case management plan is an order, of course. You have to follow. But for most of your run-of-the-mill discovery stuff, you're not going to have a specific order from the court that says turn it over unless you go seek that from the court. The way that you go seek it is with your motion to compel. What do you think has to go into your motion to compel? Well, you got to have the heading, right? That's simple enough. Know that. Then what? Then what? What happens? Neil?
So I actually have this question. Not a lot of case law out there saying what is discoverable information, but they do have what's admissible. So do you need like a whole bunch of case law saying like, hey, this is admissible evidence, therefore it's discoverable, or could you be like, well, this is discoverable, and like lead to an admissible thing that I have case law?
Well, it depends, right? On what the nature of the thing is that you're actually seeking. So we've already said, for purposes of the federal rules, that does something have to be admissible to be discoverable? No. But if it's admissible, isn't it probably discoverable? If it's admissible, it's probably discoverable. So if you're giving the court case law that says this is admissible, I think generally speaking, that's probably a pretty good strategy. If it's admissible, it's got to be discoverable, right? If it's admissible as evidence, you think you're going to get this in trial, it's got to be discoverable. Right? So I don't think it's a bad strategy. You really just can't find any case law that says this is how we should resolve this particular discovery dispute over this particular tiny document. Then why not work backwards from this is admissible, so it's got to be discoverable. Right? Does that answer your question? Yeah. Right. So what are the theses? Right? You have the heading. What's the content that you want to put in there? Yeah, Jeff.
The certification that the movement has in good faith heard and intended to confer the victim disclosure discovery.
Yeah, and where do you get that? Chapter and verse.
A1.
37A1. The very first thing you see in that rule is you've got to include the certification that you confer to the other side. Okay? Motion must include certification. The movement has in good faith conferred or intended to confer. That's different than the stuff that you would put in your run-of-the-mill motion, the other kind of motion that you can come up with off the top of your head. Then what other stuff? Well, the same stuff that you might want to pay attention to. The same stuff you can have in the other. Some sort of statement of jurisdiction. Not necessarily something that's drawn out as a statement of jurisdiction, but something that tells the court they have the authority to do what you're asking them to do. In the case of a motion to compel, just cite Rule 37. Just cite 37A. Right? Are there other things you can cite? Yeah, maybe. The relevant facts. How did you get to this point? What brought us here today? Why the information you're looking for is discoverable. Your certification, you confer to the other side. Signature block, of course. Certificate of service, of course. Exhibits. What are you going to attach to this motion? What would you attach to it? I heard it, but the letter that you would, any correspondence between you and the opposing counsel. Look how reasonable I'm being in this correspondence. Judge, look how reasonable I am, look how unreasonable the other side is. That's ultimately what you want to be able to say. Your job, especially on these discovery disputes, is to be the most reasonable person in the room at all times. Got this? Good, yes, committed delivered. Here we go. Miscellaneous things. In 37A, it tells you that you can make a motion to compel in the middle of a deposition by stopping the deposition and then going to the court. Okay? Why would you ever do that? So,
If the other side's agrees when the person wrote it, it's not going to be right. But
you shut down the whole deposition for that?
if you know you should put out and other words, that if someone's trying to do that to you, you tell them that we're going to keep conducting the deposition, and you can ask whatever else you want.
shut it down. In most cases, you probably want to plow on through, and you can take it up with the court later. If the other side is being super, super obstructive, you can shut the whole thing down, take it up with the court, and set another deposition date. Or, what I've seen commonly done, around here anyway, I think some of the local rules contemplate this too, is that you get the judge on the phone. You can stop the deposition and say, all right, we're going to get the judge on the phone and resolve this. You might overuse this because it makes the judge grumpy. Any other question?
Oh, yeah, so if they don't show up.
Yeah, no, that's different.
Okay.
That's different. We'll get it. We'll get it. This must that shows up throughout 37 is sort of a squishy must. Right? You read this, the court must order expenses or attorney's fees to be paid by the side that loses a motion to compel, unless what? Unless what? Bottom line for it.
Unless their opposition to the motion is substantially justified, or other circumstances make it worse.
Say it in English.
So if there's not really a right line rule, and reasonable minds could differ on whether something's discoverable or not, then we're not going to order sanctions or not.
Yeah, we're going to order, we're not even talking about sanctions yet, we're talking about expenses and attorney's fees. But later they employ the same language when it comes to sanctions. And they say, we're going to order expenses and attorney's fees unless there's a pretty good reason not to. Unless there's a pretty good reason not to. This is where it becomes really important for you to know what's Rule 1 of Civil Procedure. Know thy judge. Right? This is where it becomes really important for you to know your home court, custom and culture in your region that you're practicing in, and how likely it is that just because you lose a motion to compel, you're going to get slapped with the fees from the other side. I've seen it happen very rarely in Kentucky courts. Here, mileage may vary. Sanctions. What happens? The other side disobeys the court order. Now you've got a basis to go back to the court and say, look, here's something you should be really grumpy about, court. The other side disobeyed a direct order, an unambiguous order of this court to turn over this stuff. Don't go running to the court with a motion for sanctions unless you really, really need it. And what you see, the case we read today, the Lee case, is that the other side had been building a discovery case against opposing counsel for a period of months before they went to see sanctions. This is not a thing you go to the court right away on, except in a few particular instances we'll talk about. Sanctions are not that common. Courts don't really like to award them. Again, this is just my experience talking. And there may be some courts that love the sanction attorneys, but I've never seen it. So you gotta be careful, you gotta be delicate, you gotta be reasonable about when you ask for this stuff, right? Especially about the request for admissions. I'm gonna give you this hypothetical last time. You receive a set of requests for admissions, and you're like, I'm gonna prove everything, so I'm gonna deny every single one of these. Make them prove it. We demand strict proof thereof. Say attach your document that clearly has your client's signature on it, you're like, hell, we're gonna deny it anyway. And then later, when you are uncomfortably squirming while your client is grilled into the hot lights by opposing counsel in their deposition, you're of course going to ask, is this your signature on this? Your client's like, yeah, it's my signature. Sure. There's something eating at the back of your brain. Why? Why am I so bothered by this? Oh, right, because I denied the request for admission that I shouldn't have denied. And now what's going to happen? What's opposing counsel going to do to this? I mean, I've given you the rule. They're on board. Yeah, maybe.
I was gonna say, first we're gonna show you, like, where you failed to admit or you denied it.
Sure.
And then they'll probably, I guess they'll go to the court, or you could do it.
Most likely go to the court. And do what? What's 37C2? Contemplate testing.
Says that they can move the parties fail to admit, pay the reasonable expenses of the attorney's fee, incurred in the group, so ask for them to pay these.
Yeah. Now, you're going to pay the freight for wasting everybody's time. That's the idea. Questions about that? Good. Keep going. Okay. So sometimes, I don't want to get too hung up on this. But generally speaking, again, in my experience, not a great idea. You need to build a case, build your case for discovery violations against the other side. But sometimes you can move easily for sanctions. Okay? And the classic example of that, it's all contained right there in 37. The classic example, I think the one that comes up the most, is somebody just not showing up for a deposition. Somebody just refuses to answer interrogatories, just refuses to answer requests for production of documents. The rule contemplates that you can go and ask for sanctions under those circumstances. After you confer with opposing counsel, of course. Right? That's always a requirement. So, counsel doesn't answer your interrogatories. You send over a letter that says, hey, your interrogatories are now 2 weeks overdue. Please answer them. And you get a letter back that says, we're not going to answer. Okay, then it might be time to go for sanctions. Maybe. Maybe. But if they write back and say, give us another couple of weeks, you can go into the court for sanctions. You can. But, as is so often the case in practice, the question is not so much can you as should you. Right. So the notable exception, right? Lee versus Walters. You are asking for sanctions here. But again, I like this case because it represents the sort of worst of the worst of discovery violations. something that's gone on for months, and it's every kind of violation that you can imagine under the sun, and it's pretty clear, right? What are the authorities that the plaintiff is trying to get Barnes, who obviously we don't want to be in this case, right? What are the authorities that the plaintiff is using to try and get Barnes sanctioned? I count 3. It's stated very clearly in the text. Not the 3 I was thinking. Rule 37. We're trying to get 37. Sanction. What else?
Failure to cooperate with witnesses, to timely file answer and timely.
Give me a chapter and verse. Rule 37 is 1.
You also have FRCP and sexism,
FRCP, what's that stand for?
26G, and that's.
FRCP is what? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. 26, good, yeah. 26, sections under 26. Sections under 37. And what else? Next section, what? The court's inherent authority. The court's inherent authority. Turns out, courts can do a whole lot to you. Whether or not it says specifically what the rules, right? Who's going to tell them not to? What's the action you end up getting sanctioned? Do they impose the 26 sanctions? Do they impose sanctions under Rule 26? Did anyone read it? Seth? You did not impose sanctions under Rule 26. Why not? Right. 26 requires your signature to be on something. It requires you to have tendered something to the other side, which this council never did. So that doesn't apply. Was there any question that the defense counsel was in violation of Rule 37? That's not really the big question in this case, is it? What is the big question in this case? What is the court trying to resolve? Not whether the rules were violated, but you got it. I see a look of recognition in you guys. Amanda? The degree of sanctions is one thing, right? The degree of sanctions, but in determining whether or not to impose sanctions in the first place, no question that you violated the rules, right? No question that there were discovery violations here. What is the court really struggling with? Yeah, whether matter was substantially done. Was there a good reason for it? Okay. Was there a good reason? The court finds no substantial justification or other circumstances. The right middle case, no substantial justification or other circumstances for appointing mandatory work. Right? That's what you're struggling with throughout the entire case. Was there a good reason for all this stuff? Is it enough for you to just come back to the court and say you were so busy that you couldn't provide any kind of response to opposing counsel at all? What could Barnes have done to avoid being sanctioned?
His job.
Yes.
Or,
I don't disagree with that.
or he could,
More
like,
specific. What?
he could provide evidence saying, I could not reach these people, but he could provide evidence saying that maybe he tried or did, but he failed to provide such evidence.
No, I like the answer. He could have done his job better, actually. Could have responded to some of opposing counsel's correspondence, at least. Or if he saw this motion for sanctions coming down the pipe, he's anticipating it. Could he have filed something with the court to state this on? What do you think? Yeah.
We could ask for extension time if he had a real good reason.
Ask for an extension of time. If he really thinks the material is not discoverable, he can ask for a what? Protected him. The fund procedural question, we'll talk about that. So the fund procedural question here is, could Barnes have appealed this sanction? No, we haven't really talked about finality of orders yet. We kind of touched on it. Is that a final order that the court issued? Does it adjudicate the claims that were made? What does this order decide? It's something along the way, isn't it? Whether or not this attorney gets sanctioned doesn't adjudicate the claims, doesn't fully and finally dispose of any of the claims in the lawsuit. So is it a final order? I'd say no to. So unless you have some kind of rule or statute that allows you to do what's called an interlocutory appeal an order that's not final, you gotta wait until this whole thing plays out. All right, before you go filing a motion to compel. All right, really, I'm psyched for this. The other side has committed egregious discovery violations. You sent a letter, you got no response. Now, you keyed up this motion to compel, it's ready to go, you're gonna file it. What's the last thing you need to do before you fire off that missile? One more thing you need to check. We talk about it every class session. What? Check the local rules. Check the local rules because the courts change around the procedures. That you have the hoops that you have to jump through to be able to bring a discovery dispute that they hate. They hate resolving discovery disputes. Are they going to make you jump through extra hoops, some courts, to get that to a judge's doorstep? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And again, despite the only 5 minutes difference between the Western District of Kentucky and the Southern District of Indiana, those 2 courts are worlds apart when it comes to how you deal with discovery disputes. Yeah.
Okay, so quick question. If you get an order for sanctions, are they still compelled to turn over the information they did turn over before? Because at the end of this case, it talks about the sanctions that were ordered, so I never really figured out if they got the information that they sought originally.
Yeah, I mean, I think realistically speaking, the courts make them turn it over, or they're going to continue to get sanctioned.
I just didn't know if at that point it was kind of like, blocked off because they're already making sanctions on it.
No, go back to my prior question. Think about where we are. I mean, there's different ways that the court gets sanctioned. They can deem those issues admitted, right? They can deem those issues adjudicated in your favor. That's not usually the way it shakes out. You can ask for that. You can ask for a default judgment. But think about where we are, though. In the Barnes case, that's not a final order. They still have to litigate their case. And if I've been hunting down Barnes or whoever opposing counsel is to try to get this discovery material for months and months and months, the court finally sanctions them. Great, that's very gratifying. But I need that discovery material to be able to prove my case. My case is still not proved. The claims are not adjudicated. There is no final order.
I think I was thinking that by default it was admitted.
No, not unless, and there's no indication in that case that that's what happened.
Right.
You could ask for it.
Okay,
You could ask
I
for it.
know the problem.
If you look at 37B, that is one of the sanctions that is specifically contemplated. And remember, go back to when we talked about default judgments. I said that in certain super egregious cases, I don't think I've ever seen this happen, but if it's really, really bad, and you've really built your discovery violation case against the other side, you could ask for a default judgment, like, as a sanction. Strike the answer, give me a default. That's extreme. Courts aren't going to like to do it. The appellate court's not going to like it. You can ask for it. The local rule over in Indiana, by the way, requires you to set up a conference, not only to confer with the other side, but to set up a conference with the magistrate judge, which, as I said, is like the mini boss of the federal courts, to discuss the discovery issue before you ever file a motion to compel. So you've got a lot of hoops to jump through. Here, cousin. Like, what do you want to get something else? Thank you. Very much on it. Defendant in R5, it says, the request for judgment. It says, produce all medical records since 1987. Plaintiff says, no, I'm not going to do it. Defendant sends over a nasty letter saying, yes, you are. Now, what's your plaintiff's hat on? What do you do? This discovery is not dispute matter is not going to go away on its own. You can't get it worked out. What do you got to do? You've already said. Move for a protective order. You guys see the thing I put on my blackboard? Very generic. Notice motion order for state court before a protective order. Right? There's no glue to this. There's no magic. A memorandum in which you go through and say, this is where we are with our discovery dispute. This is why I don't think I want to give it up. Do you cite the rules? Sure you do. Do you cite case law? Sure. Same as any other motion. Right? That's easy enough. You see one coming. You see discovery dispute coming. The way that you can protect yourself and your client. I'm going to ask you for a protective order. 26C governs the protective order, but 37D, especially 37D2, doesn't come through the mark. Why is that? Failure to describe in Rule 37 is not excused on the ground of the discovery sought as objection unless the party failing to act has a pending motion for a protective order under Rule 26. So in plain English, even if it's something you could be slapped with, even if it's something you could be sanctioned for, you had a pending motion for a protective order that's going to protect you. Just a pending motion, not granted. That's the way it. But if you don't get that protective order, the court says you got to turn over that stuff, but you still strongly disagree. It's already beyond the scope of what we're talking about. You've got no further recourse back for it, so you're left with having to do some arcane procedure with the Court of Appeals. Or just turning it over. All right, everybody. Now, I think the last time I asked you to do those funny disclosures, and I said there would be a prize for the funniest disclosure. None of them were funny. So, the prize will go to the first one to respond appropriately to today's scenario. The defense counsel, how many go? This is really good. You can tell. The defense counsel asked for medical records, same as 1987. Same case we've been doing, right? This is all battery case we've been doing. Claims rejected only on the basis that the information is not relevant to the meaning of Rule 26. The email back from both counsel saying the request is ridiculous, and that's it. So get into your groups, and don't get into tiny groups, please, because it takes forever. Get into groups, between 5 and 10 people. No one person, 2 person groups, please. Find the big groups where I started this, so go get back to work. I've already put a template out there for you. Yeah, you have to. It's like a trophy. You can live it at your house. Like for, yeah, what do you think about the trophy? There's a template on Blackboard, so don't worry when you have it.
I'm sending it right now. I almost said it coming out of I'm making it right now. Yeah. Hey, what's your email? My bad. I typed the word back. The CHS. What's your email? That one. That's your company?